funny that there's no reason, like really no reason at all why the game has to add this interaction point. Like there's no benefit, no progress, and there's literally insignificant to whatever is happening in the game. But still, the developer decided to do it, so it was pretty cool. In a sense that they just give us some meaningless interactions, just a small thing that they just put effort into, even though people will most likely not appreciate it, except some few ones like myself, which I just did. So yeah, pretty cool that they build some small gimmicks and some questions, as we already saw before. Many questions and many interactions have some reference to the first game of them, Life is Strange. So yeah, maybe we'll still find more about it. Maybe some of the things we will see this directly linked to the decision that we make about Chloe, about Max, about Arcadia Bay, about just everything that happens in Arcadia Bay
Now is probably
and in the
a
Life
good
is
time
Strange
to
game.
talk to Chloe. It's good to see you, old friend.
The letters I already wrote. There's this barrow still.
This container looks like it could last 100 years.
Well, better than this metal box for sure. Comic panel. Oh, this is the last panel.
Holy crap! It's the end of that comic in Chloe's room. Oh, this is gross.
Maybe you should come down and power off light this dude face off with me. So this is the end of the comic? I thought she just disappeared, but no, she burned this guy's face down. Okay, but now we know. Now we know what's happening. Which means at least
That
now.
time capsule was such a good idea.
Yes.
I know, right? We're geniuses.
But at least now we know how this ends, how the story ends. I mean, I wasn't expecting to ever getting the conclusion, to be honest. But yeah, this game surprises me once again, and now we really know how the story of this two super cute and generous superhero story ends. And it ends completely different than I expected. It is a bit disturbing, but also kind of cool. And yeah, this sounds so like Chloe. So at this point, I'm not even surprised. But yeah, it's just pretty cool to at least still find it out what the end was about this comic. And yeah, and I think by reading those, we'll get much more information about how Chloe and Max was thinking 5 years ago. So let's dig into the stuff that we find here on the table and check one each out. And maybe one of them will lead closer to the end, and we'll finally tell Chloe what's gonna happen, which I'm not looking forward to. So I will take as much time as I can and enjoy every bit of the moment until there's no more to look at. Okay, what is this? Invention plans, okay.
These are awesome. Chloe's always been good at making up cool things to do.
The chopper, world's most comfortable seat. Switch pedals from wheels to blades. Also spins blades. This, to be honest, this sounds kind of like fun. Probably a bit dangerous because you will probably behead yourself with the blades if you're trying to stretch yourself or your arms. And also there's no really steering if you're in the air, but still cool regardless. The chopper. Tony Chopper. Flaming fingers. Flint and steel. I mean, this sounds pretty, how do I say it, simple and very dangerous because you're burning yourself. But this feels so Roy Mustang, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, I would say. Not practical, but pretty cool. Ray of sunshine. Sunlight enters here. Mirror or lenses to strengthen sunlight. Laser beam shoot out of here. Opens intake windows. I mean, isn't this just a magnificent glass, more or less? But somehow you try to save the lights in the mirror. I mean, this kind of works actually. Maybe not like a very cool laser beam, but pretty sure if you concentrate the sun, you can burn stuff very, very, very strongly. But yeah, which mean this one actually makes sense, I would say. Maybe not as a laser beam, but yeah, pretty cool, I would say. Then we have some magazine, okay.
Lupin. We used to read every issue from cover to cover.
Lupin magazine, stories for children from around the world. Sounds cool. I would have to read if you allowed me, but I don't think you can.
Recording things was so much fun in 3rd grade.
What do you mean? It's still fun now. I would say. Predictions.
Most of these are pretty far off base. It's so hard to predict the future. Maybe it's better to enjoy the present instead.
Prediction for the future by Chloe and Max. We still hang out each other more than with any other person. I think this is still true at this moment. Both of us are medium popular. This, I don't know. I mean, we hear about before about bullying thing. Both of us are dating our second boyfriend. I think we don't even have a first one now. We do not make decisions without consulting each other. The talking skull of our enemies. Which I think, as I said, sometimes life happens, things changes. And yeah, at the end of the day, we will go with our parents. And when our parents is in favor of Seattle, then it will be Seattle. But yeah, looking at these predictions, we see that sometimes life is just not going according to plan, and things might just change in not just 5 years, it might even change in just 1 year, and there's nothing that we can really change, especially not as a kid or a teenager in that case. And yeah, we have to kind of deal with the future, no matter how it's diverged to our ideal goal and expectation. But I think this is part of the life, this is part of growing up. But we still haven't told Chloe yet our situation. Hopefully she's also feel that way, that at some point there's a point where we become adult and we become apart. Well, we know it's will not be the last, we will reunion. But for now it might hit her very hard, and I really hope that we can let's say tell this message to her as nicely as possible, because I don't know how else she will react, and I'm really not looking forward to the reaction and maybe the end of a friendship. Both of us have a pet. I think Bongo died, and I don't think Max had a pet at all. Chloe has visited Antarctica. Max could rave come if you want. I don't think this will happen. You're a teenager guy, remember? One of us has a little sister and brother. Nope. And we are doing well in school. The last part, as I said, maybe there's some issues, but we will see.
Ah, keep messing up my picture.
There are no mistakes in art.
If you say so.
It actually might be really fun to write letters to Chloe after I move.
But then you never
Is
did.
writing once a week too often? Will I run out of things to say?
But we all know this was not gonna happen. You didn't wrote her for years. You didn't even call her for years. This is probably the biggest regret that we have as Max. That we never reached out to Chloe. Not even after we came back to Arcadia Bay for a very long time. Until some fateful day we met each other. And then the whole adventure of Max and Chloe started again. This sounds like a nice reunion, but if you think about it, it was pretty sad and pretty shitty during this gap of few years, where we pretty much, cut our contact completely, and we're living in our own world. And Chloe felt betrayed by everyone around her, and she was alone all the time, especially after Rachel was gone. And there was nothing that we could have done to repay this debt. At the end of the day, we could only provide Chloe, or try to provide Chloe, the most amazing week of her life. And maybe we achieved it, maybe we didn't. But yeah, at the end of the day, we tried, and she will stay in her heart forever, no matter how long it has passed.
I guess I should try talking to Chloe again about my news. I can do that after I've finished looking at everything.
Exactly, this is what I will do. We're just postponing the inevitable, as usual.
We always make so much more of a mess here than at my house.
Oh, this magazine, I remember.
Manga might be the one thing where Chloe out-nerds me.
Manga. I remember I see this manga, like, I think Life is Strange, if I remember correctly. It's pretty amazing that she still has it. But is this photo? Okay.
I love how Polaroid cameras make every photo look a little nostalgic.
And this is why you keep those cameras, right? Instead of doing digitals. Me and Daddy. Yes, that you are.
This is probably the last thing Chloe's mom wants to see after a shift at the diner.
So you really want to clean up? Sure, why not? Damn, good girl.
Much better.
Somebody's a goody two-shoes.
Yes, I am. Because I was expecting there are some interactions, but no, I'm really just doing the dishes. You know, it's funny that there's no reason, like really no reason at all why the game has to add this interaction point. Like there's no benefit, no progress, and there's literally insignificant to whatever is happening in the game. But still, the developer decided to do it, so it was pretty cool. In a sense that they just give us some meaningless interactions, just a small thing that they just put effort into, even though people will most likely not appreciate it, except some few ones like myself, which I just did. So yeah, pretty cool that they build some small gimmicks and some questions, as we already saw before. Many questions and many interactions have some reference to the first game of them, Life is Strange. So yeah, maybe we'll still find more about it. Maybe some of the things we will see just directly linked to the decision that we make about Chloe, about Max, about Arcadia Bay, about just everything that happens in Arcadia Bay
Now is probably
and in the
a
Life
good
is Strange
time to
game.
talk to Chloe.
So I'm definitely looking forward to what I will still find. Maybe some of them are unpleasant. I mean, we already hear some unpleasant stuff. But hopefully this will exchange our experience and not, make us depressed and downplay it. But no matter what it is, we will take it on us, and I'm pretty sure it will simply just enrich our experience, no matter how painful it might be.
That was a good week. I used every possible excuse to be here for breakfast.
Good luck, hubby. We are so proud of your promotion. You get a week of 2 Wells waffle in our own house. You loving wifey. Oh, so I guess Willem gets some promotion, and now for a whole week they will get waffles at home.
That was a good week. I used every possible excuse to be here for breakfast.
You really like your waffles, huh?
I always look especially short next to Chloe. I always look especially short next to Chloe.
Oh, I remember this photo. This was the one where you figure out that you can alter alternatives, right? So I think this is exactly what I meant. They add those things that have a very big relevance to the Life is Strange game. But while in this stage of time, it is just a normal photo, you know? And this is so cool that you play this game, finding all this little reference in secret, and then you're thinking, oh yeah, right, this makes sense. Ah, this is about that, and then you think about all the game again. So in a sense, even though this game has nothing to do with time travel, it still feels like that we are jumping around from this moment to the future and to the timeline where we are playing Life is Strange. Like every Life is Strange game, so to say, in parallel. And I think there's not much game that can achieve this effect like Life is Strange is doing. So I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty glad that we're playing this game and learning more about Max and Chloe and how it might all end very soon. But until that time, I will enjoy every piece
Now is probably a good time to talk to
of
Chloe.
information that you can get until we deliver the hard truth to Chloe Price about our departure.
Chloe's grandparents live in Idaho now. I guess compared to that, Seattle's not so far.
And now we are trying to make ourselves feel better with some, yeah, let's say excuses. I mean, understandable.
These used to make great pirate swords. Goodbye, Vase. Soon you won't have to worry about me knocking you over anymore.
You ever did? Oh, this was about the unread message, right?
If that's the voicemail Chloe's mom was talking about. She did say she didn't want Chloe to hear it, but if Chloe's in trouble at Blackwell, this might be my only chance to get her to talk about it.
This is a hard one. This is a tough one. I'm not sure if I should listen to it or not. Let me just check everything out first, to be honest.
I bet there's some really cute photos in there.
I mean, let's check it out.
I wonder if I could recreate this photo with Chloe now.
This is pretty cool. Especially how you took the moment. I mean, not you, it's probably William. That William took the moment of Chloe exactly jumping at that time. I don't think you can recreate. Maybe you can recreate. For sure, we can try.
Looks like Chloe's a lot more responsible than I am with my allowance.
Okay, allowance, girl. Gift from grandma. Allowance, dad, painting assistance, allowance. Save, spend. That's pretty cool that she's actually thinking about saving 60%. I mean, 60% saving rate is pretty amazing. I mean, as an adult who have to pay rent and food, I mean, I wish I could save 60% of my money. I guess I just need to earn more, spend less. I don't know. There's no really any options. But yeah, saving rate 60%. Good job, Chloe. Good job. Really good job. Okay, video games. What are they playing?
What if my being in Seattle finally convinces Chloe to try an MMO?
I mean, it's you're thinking all of the thing that you can do, but at the end of the day, nothing happens, which is kind of sad.
Chloe and I have been friends for so long. Maybe I'm worrying too much about this move changing things.
I'm not sure, man. I mean, she was feeling pretty down. Okay, 2001, 2002. And I guess just you from behind. Okay. The couch, I can check it out afterwards.
You sure were troublesome to find. That's so cool that Chloe's mom is thinking about this.
Sailing by the Wind. Stories about women changing careers in midlife. Yeah, right. She was planning to become a teacher, right? Something like that. Of course, there must be a snow globe in every Life is Strange that we can shake. And it's always the dough. Which is pretty cool. And this is just a common theme that will pops up every time.
There. Now you've got something pretty to look at.
Are you talking about the squirrels or about the...
Hey, little
Oh.
guy. Aren't you cold in there?
And I think if that I've checked out everything, the only thing I can do is listen to this, to the phone.
Chloe looks so content when she's drawing. Is that what I look like when I'm taking pictures?
And there's also, oh, there's a baseball cap. Okay, sure.
I could use this to recreate that old photo of Chloe. Chloe and I spilled that wine months ago, but I still feel bad about it.
And this day will stay forever, because even back when we are back, Stain is still here. But yeah, let's try to recreate the photo.
Yes.
Pose for a photo with that? Okay, tip your head back and put your arms out. And a really big smile.
Like this?
It's perfect. Stop moving.
What does it look like?
Really cute, Chloe.
You're not so bad yourself.
Ooh, romance. Okay, now we see we have a very cute Chloe wearing a cap, being silly. And our next girl is talking to Chloe. Which, as I said, I'm still not sure how we can do it.
Chloe looks so content when she's drawing. Is that what I look like when I'm taking pictures?
And I see I can take another one from her. Pose with her, come on.
Take a break for a second?
This artist waits for no
Oh,
one.
stop.
And how does it look like? Is it cool? I mean, it must be cool.
That was worth stopping for.
Yes, we are always cool. Let's check it out. This might be our last photo that we take.
I'm a little bit hungry. How about you?
I'm okay.